Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gene Edwards, and you are watching Lubed for March the 17th, 2023, also known as St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. Thank you for joining in. Hoping you're having an amazing day. Hoping everything is going good, and hoping you are not overdoing it today. Uh, Enjoy the green beer, enjoy the adult pops, stay safe and stay healthy and stay happy and stay hydrated. All those above. Anyway, guys, we have a huge game tomorrow. Huge playoff implications in the Pacific Division as the Edmonton Oilers take on the Seattle Kraken at Climate Pledge tomorrow afternoon. I can't stress the importance of this game enough, as it is a 4-point game between two teams that are neck and neck. Literally, 1 point separates them. So it's going to be all these games between Vegas and LA and Seattle, and there's a few of them coming up for the Oilers, are going to be massive games. Okay, as far as Seattle's current record goes, they are fourth in the Pacific with a record of 38-23-7 for 83 points. Meanwhile, the Edmonton Oilers, they are 1 point ahead of them with a record of 38-23-8 for 84 points. So a 4-point game, potential 4-point game. If one team wins it in regulation, it is a 4-point game. Huge implications. I think I don't need to stress that more than I have already. Like, it's massive. It's massive. We're on the final stretch. 13 games left. Everyone is now clawing for positioning, trying to get home ice advantage, or just trying to even get it into the playoffs. So right now, it's do or die for a lot of teams going forward. Okay, let's take a look at the line combinations that were issued, and this was based off of yesterday. I do suspect, however, that Zach Hyman is going to return for this game. I could be wrong, but I suspect it. So, like I said, this was based off of yesterday's from the Edmonton Oilers, a source from the Edmonton Oilers. They had basically Kane with McDavid and Yamamoto, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with Leon Draisaitl and Warren Foegele, Klim Kostin with Nick Bjugstad and Matthias Janmark, Philip Broberg being the seventh defenseman with Devon Shore and Derek Ryan. When it comes to the defensive pairings, it's Darnell Nurse with Cody Ceci, Matthias Ekholm with Evan Bouchard, Brett Kulik with Vinny Desharnais. So, not to mention, there is a few injuries to talk about, but the Oilers are looking good, man. Like, I like what I'm seeing out of this team and how they are starting to be built. We have some depth. We have depth finally. I mean, we still have Holloway that's not playing. I think he might be injured, but I mean, there's guys out of the lineup that could very well make into this lineup with no problem. Anyway, let's take a look at who is hurt and the notable injuries for the Edmonton Oilers and the Seattle Kraken is, of course, Zach Hyman being day-to-day and Ryan McLeod being day-to-day. I don't expect Ryan McLeod in the lineup, but again, there you go. There's another depth piece, and we still are putting out a pretty decent lineup tomorrow in the game. As for Seattle, they have Chris Driedger, Jonas Donskoy, and Anders Burakovsky out. So those are some big pieces too for them on their behalf. And those guys are on the injury reserve, so I don't know what their status is or what their injury is. I never really looked into it. But when you're on the injury reserve, and we're this late into the year, it's more than likely they are not going to be returning for until the playoffs at the very least. Okay, let's go on to the last time these two teams met. And the Edmonton Oilers defeated the Kraken 5-2 on January 17th, 2023. This was really good night for Zach Hyman as he had 1 goal and 2 assists. Dylan Holloway also had 2 assists in this game, and Jack Campbell had one of his amazing games. And we know that he's been struggling this year quite a bit, but he had a 935 save percentage, saving 29 of 31 shots. So I don't suspect Jack Campbell being in the net tomorrow because he's just having a rough go, and I think we're just going to see him in back-to-back situations. And other than that, anything that's a 2-day rest, more than likely Skinny is going to be in net for the remainder of that. Going into tomorrow's game, some of the stats that that the both teams have that I think are very good stats to have. So both teams can score. We know that. As Edmonton is first in the league with 3.58, I believe. I just kind of scribbled this down. It looks like 3.58 or 3.88. Seattle is a 3.47, giving them fifth in the league. Seattle, one thing that really not good at is the face-off, as they are 31st in the league with a 45.2 face-off percentage. However, they are third in the league with shot attempts or with shots allowed. Sorry, so they're actually pretty good at defending. They're 27.8 shots per game averaged thus far. Now the question is, I mean, McDavid and Drysdale, I hate to toot their horn, but they're pretty good players. So that might go up a little bit going into tomorrow's game. Going into tomorrow's game, Edmonton is coming in the last 10 with a 6-4 record. Meanwhile, Seattle 6-3-1. So yeah, lots of competition. This is going to be a good one to watch. I'm so pumped. Remember, it is an afternoon game. I believe it is a 2 p.m. start for you folks in Alberta, 1 p.m. for me here in BC, but you might want to double check that. It should be a doozy. All right. Going on to a more sensitive subject, I watched a video with Tyson Dolaney. He's another Edmonton Oilers YouTuber. Probably the most well-known Edmonton Oilers YouTuber, as he has well over 10,000. I think he's sitting at about 11,500 subscribers now. He did a video the other day. He actually did it. He unmonetized it. He didn't want to make any money on it, and that's really, really cool for him to do that. And when I saw this video, I instantly typed into his message board and said, "Hey, I'm gonna do my part and bring this on my channel for people to watch." I can't do it justice what he did, so I'm not going to talk about this subject as well as he did. He has personal experiences with mental health and that. So what he did was a fantastic job. I'm not going to try to do my version of it. I'm going to just direct you to it. So if you go to the QR code right there, scan that QR code, it will take you directly to this video that he is talking about. And he's talking about Slater Cuckoo and how Slater Cuckoo just opened up recently, dealing with his mental health issues and all that. And then Tyson actually opens up about his own. And guys, like, let's be honest, this is a pretty serious and sensitive subject. I live in Kelowna. I see it every day, the people that are walking around the streets, needles on the ground, people passed out. I see it a lot. We know that this is a crisis. It does deal into the drugs. It branches out into so many things. You need to check in on your family, guys. You need to check in on your family. And if you are experiencing mental health illnesses of your own, find help. Find help. There's help for you. So make sure you do that. Check out his video. I thought he did an amazing job on it. All right, guys. If you are new to this channel and like the content I bring, feel free to hit that share, and subscribe button. As for the rest of you guys, Once again, happy St. Patrick's Day. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay hydrated. We will talk soon. Have a good one.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show